Hey my Padawans, happy Friday night. How are you guys doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be unboxing this new Resistance A-Wing by Jazzwares. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the history, and I'm going to show you some of the older A-Wings that I have. The RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor. Stay tuned. This is going to be an A-Wing super show. Let's do it, bro. Alright, so here we have the Micro Galaxy Squadron Resistance A-Wing by Jazzwares and Disney. And this one is number 102. We're up to 102. That's a lot of vehicles in the line. And this is Series 5. And it comes with the basic A-Wing. Now, the A-Wing was built in the QAT systems, and the complete name of the ship is RZ-1A1 Interceptor, and it's actually the only ship that can go hyperspace. So it's a pretty fast ship. It's one of the fastest ships in the Rebel Alliance, and it does not require astromech droid. Okay, not all ships require R2-D2s or R2 units. This one requires just a skilled pilot. So I got this one a while back. I tried to do a review the other day, but Grogu interrupted me, so that's why I'm trying to do this over. Let's look at the packaging. We have, again, at the back, we have the blueprint. It's supposed to be a blueprint, but it's just a piece of paper that you're supposed to cut off. I just throw that away. Here we have a hologram image of the A-Wing and some of the other vehicles in the line. I'm not going to go over those. It doesn't have a lot of features. It only has a cockpit. You know, it's a pretty simple ship. And, you know, this first appeared in Return of the Jedi and on the Battle of Endor, and the original one is red, right? And I'm going to show you, like I said, this is going to be an A-Wing super show, but this particular coloring is for the Resistance. After you know, the second movie, the Rise of Skywalker, they started using this other color, the green, dark green. Sort of a yellow highlight here. Okay, The Last Jedi had a different A-Wing flown by Tally that I will show you. But I just wanted to start with unboxing this one because I really like the idea of repaints when it comes to the A-Wing. I think it's a good idea because, you know, the more colors you have, the more differences, you know. I think it's cool. So let's look at it. Let's open it up. Again, this is the Resistance A-Wing, so the pilot's gonna look a little bit different than the guy from Return of the Jedi. So let's open it up. Let's open this up. And it comes out pretty quickly. And here's the pilot. Let's take that off. And throw away the package. Let's look at the... well, just there's nothing to look at here. It's a pretty basic ship. So here we go. This is the Resistance A-Wing. And as you can see, it's pretty basic, pretty cool. It does come with this rubber band that you got to remove. So you got to remove this because it keeps the cockpit locked down. So we put that away. All right, now I do like the wash, the color paint scheme on this one. It looks interesting. Again, I think these appeared in the Rise of Skywalker at the battle of what was it? Exegol. At the end. That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool. It does have one landing gear that you got to bring out here. And that's the landing gear right there. I'm not going to go over all the specifics. Okay. Let's look at the pilot. Let's look at the pilot here. Let's bring it out of the bubble. And I'm not sure who this pilot is. I think it's just like a basic... I think it's just a basic A-Wing pilot, Let's see if we can get that on camera right there. That looks pretty nice. He got his helmet on, his all his gear, a green spacesuit. Let's get him into the cockpit. Let's open this up. There we go. And it should be pretty simple. Now this one retails for like, I don't know, $15 plus tax. And I ordered this one at jazzwares.com because I can never find these things at the stores, at Walmart's or anywhere. So I got to go through the website. I'm having a little difficulty putting it in there. Let's go with the feet. Okay, here we go. I think I got something. It's a little tight. Let's push it in there. The feet got to go in first. The feet got to go in. That's tough. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know if this is broken or what. Okay, let me try again. He barely fits in there. It's really, really tight spot. But you got to get him in there, sit him in there. Okay. There you go. Now we got him in there. All right, so we got the pilot inside. Again, this is the Resistance A-Wing, and we've seen some of these in The Rise of Skywalker. I believe in The Last Jedi there could have been one or two, but we don't see them. This is mostly from the comic books, and the books and the other sort of canon. The guns, the laser turrets do not move, and that's absolutely fine. Right? Now we got that open. Now let's move on to the Supershow, where we're going to talk about the A-Wing, because I want to show you guys the history of the RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor. Now before I unbox this one, I did buy, all right, the Return of the Jedi version of the A-Wing. Now, how do you know this is the Return of the Jedi version? Because this is red, all right? So far we have Jazzwares has come out with a couple of versions, a couple of different colors. But, you know, here you have a, you know, sort of an idea of what it looks like, all right? And, of course, everybody's going to enjoy the Return of the Jedi version, right? Because this is the original one. And, you know, they have this famous scene where, in Return of the Jedi, where Arvel, you know, Arvel is a green leader. He crashes into the Star Destroyer, right? And he's like, ah, so that's pretty cool. At the Battle of Endor. But it's cool to have a different version of the A-Wing, just for fun, all right? So that's why I'm kind of trying to show you guys the differences. Now, the only problem with the A-Wing is sometimes the shields aren't all that great, okay? But the A-Wing goes really fast. I mean, it's one of the fastest ships in the fleet, all right? It really is. And now, let me show you. Now, let's go back in time to 1983 when the first toy was released. Let's put these over here in the back. And I want to bring out, not really the one from 1983, but this is the original mold. As you can see, there's a big difference in size. This is the original mold of the toy from 1983. The original toy was released for droids, for the cartoon droids. I've never had it. But this is the Power of the Force. This is Power of the Force. And the A-Wing has not been, redesigned by Hasbro or anything like that. Is still the same. And they have re-released it over and over. Well, I can't say they have in the last 15 years or 10 years. So this is the last good version that we have of the A-Wing. And, you can see the engines back here. It's a really cool toy. Now, I think this is the Power of the Force 2, and I think this is from the 90s. I've had this one for a long time. Now, the original did have battery department right here, where a compartment where you could have sound. Now, this one doesn't. But again, they're using the original plastic mold from 1983, and they have not re-released it in a long time. They haven't. But it doesn't matter because I have this one, and this one's in great shape. I mean, look at the coloring, at the battle damage here. And this version is really good. I like this version. Here you have this mechanism. And look at this. Arbel came out of the cockpit. Now this is Arvel. Sindrid, this is the pilot from Return of the Jedi. And this is an actual 3.5 inch figure. So, and I keep it in pretty good shape. Pretty cool pilot figure. And the way it works, this is the way, the cockpit opens. He just fell off because I was turning it over. And let's put him back in there. Let's put Arbel back in the seat. Well, gotta push him in a little. Gotta push him in a little bit in there. Make sure he fits in there. There you go. So this is what I'm showing you now is the A-Wing from Return of the Jedi, but this is not the vintage A-Wing. All right, this is not the vintage A-Wing. I never had the original as a kid in 1983. I never got it. But I did get this one in the 90s, and it's the same, basically the same thing. All right. Now look at the let's look at the size comparisons. I mean, this is the Micro Galaxy Squadron collection, and this is the Hasbro. Now, I did say that Hasbro has not made very good toys lately, and they haven't. Okay, but back in for the Power of the Force, they did make very good spaceships, very good toys, and this one is awesome. This one is pretty awesome, bro. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. Now, let's talk a little bit about the design. Now, Joe Johnston, the designer for A New Hope and Empire and Return of the Jedi, they called it the A-Wing, right? Now, this is why they call it the A-Wing, okay? Because you turn it up, it's A-Wing shaped. But Ralph McQuarrie is the one that designed. Well, Joe Johnston designed the ship, but Ralph McQuarrie did the concept design. So we give the credit to Ralph McQuarrie. All right, we're gonna give it to him. Now I'm gonna show you what I got here. Is the A-Wing from The Last Jedi. Now this is the A-Wing from The Last Jedi. Now this one is piloted by I think it was the girl Tally, something like that. Nobody really knows because the Last Jedi was, some of the movie was not very good, but I do love, something that I do like about Disney is the vehicles, okay? The design of the vehicles. Now this one came with a chip where if you scan the one of the things that you buy, the ship would have sound effects. Instead of batteries, it has this chip, but you have to buy this separate thing. I don't remember what you call it, and you scan it on here, and it makes noises, laser noises and stuff. Well, the reason I brought this one up next is because this is the original, sort of the original design by Ralph McQuarrie. It actually was blue. Now, the reason they didn't make it blue in Return of the Jedi was because of the green screen, blue screen, and it would not show up on film, right? So that's why they didn't do that. So that's why they changed it to sort of a reddish color. All right. So here we have the pilot, Tally. I think she's like an Asian girl in The Last Jedi, and she's the pilot in the movie. And this is a pretty cool figure. I thought you could remove the helmet, but I might have been mistaken. But here's Tally. All right, with her jumpsuit. There she is. She's wearing her jumpsuit, and she's the pilot for The Last Jedi. She dies in the movie along with her sister. But this A-Wing, this is sort of looks like the concept design by Ralph McQuarrie, and I think it's pretty badass. And I did buy it because I think it's great. I think it looks awesome. But this was back, when was The Last Jedi? Like, what, 7 years ago, maybe? This is when Hasbro used to make good toys, good looking ships. Now, see over here, you have this one actually does something. You have a missile launcher, okay? When you press this button right here, it launches a missile. Whoa. Something that the others don't do. All right, so you have that playability. That's pretty cool. Then you have a lot of cool colors over here. A lot of good fading, and I think the color scheme is really good. And when it comes to the landing gear, yeah, you only have one front landing gear, but that's all you need. It just lands on the back of over here on the bottom. But that's fine. At least you have that, that launcher, rocket launcher. Well, I think these are just supposed to be laser turrets, laser guns, but hey, why not, make it different. That's something that Hasbro did right with this toy. I gotta give them that credit. So I do like this A-Wing from the Last Jedi. I'm not gonna hate on. Again, when it comes to Disney, I enjoy the toys and the designs more than the movie, because the movie was terrible. Well, not everything was terrible about the movie, but at least they said, hey, let's respect Ralph McQuarrie, the original designer for Star Wars, and come up with the A-Wing, for, his original design. And so I think that's pretty cool. Now, this one doesn't open, with any sort of button or anything. Now, let's look back at the one from 1983. Like, this one doesn't have any launching over here, no launch. But the only difference is you can open the cockpit like that. So they should have done that with this one. That would have been nice. But they didn't. That's fine. Now let's move on to... I just want to show you guys this calculator. I have this calculator for a while. And I got this in the 90s. Now this isn't really Hasbro or anything like that. I think this is... What company is this? Well, this is from 1997, and this is Tiger Electronics. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. But I got this calculator in 1997, and I probably need to get another one because this doesn't work anymore. So you slide it open like that. All right, you slide it open. And it's solar, but I don't think it works, bro. I've tried it. I try to get it to work, and I don't think it works. But the special effects do work. So the calculator part of it, no more. But at least the special effects, the sound effects work. It does take 3 AAA batteries. And it looks cool. I mean, it's not by Hasbro or it's not by Kenner or anything, but I think it's great. Let's listen at some of the special effects.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Now, the only thing about this one, it doesn't have any pilots. There's nobody in the cockpit, so that's kind of lame, But this is just a calculator, and I thought I'd show it to you guys. All right, just for fun. I always enjoy this calculator. Maybe I can get another one on eBay. I think that would be interesting. Kind of get a new one, upgrade. Because I remember using this calculator for so many years, man. It helped me, like, when I was going to college. I think it helped me out on a lot of things. But it just doesn't do it anymore. Solar doesn't really work. You got the solar panel right there, and it just stopped working. So you can't really trust solar. But
Stay on target.
But again, the electronics still work, so that's pretty cool. So when it comes to the A-Wing. And also the reason I'm doing this is because I had a poll where people really wanted to, I think the A-Wing won the poll, guys. And so people really love the A-Wing, and but I am glad that we have at least a different sort of A-Wing, for the new movies. I know a lot of people didn't like the Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker and Disney and all that, but the original does make an appearance in the Droids cartoon, and the original toy from 1983. No, wait, no, it was not 1983. It was 1985. I'm sorry. Sorry for the misinformation. It was not 1983. It was 1985. Return of the Jedi. No, what I'm saying is it was really. We did see the A-Wing in 1983, but the toy from the Droids cartoon was released until 1985. That's where I sort of got confused. So this version of the toy was from the Droids cartoon in 1985. So don't misunderstand me, guys. This is the ship is from 1983. Okay, you know, Return of the Jedi. But the toy came later, and you know you have all these different versions. Now, lastly, I want to show you a more recent A-Wing, which is from the show Rebels, the animated show. And in the show Rebels, you have Hera, Syndulla, but now they have the Ahsoka live-action show. So, but this was before the Ahsoka show. So this was supposed to be the animated version of the A-Wing. And this one comes with I fired the laser. Hold me a second. This one comes with Hera. You know, as an animated version Hera. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Because Hera is she's a pilot. I know she, you know, we know she has the ghost, but sometimes she goes on like missions by herself, and she takes the A-Wing. Now this A-Wing is sort of looks like animated, so that's pretty cool because this sort of reminds me of the cartoon, you know, the Droids cartoon, and you know, it doesn't really seem like correctly, you know, designed like an A-Wing because it's cartoony. It's sort of a cartoony version of the A-Wing, and it does not fire any lasers, and the laser turrets don't turn or anything. Doesn't do none of that. But let me get the nerf, because this is the special thing about this Hera A-Wing is the nerf part of it. Let me get the I guess you could call it the foam laser. It comes with this foamy red laser thing. It's weird. I mean, because I know Hasbro, they really don't do a nerf, but hey, for this one they did. So what you do here, you push this in, and as you can see, this is a nerf gun. So this is a nerf gun, which is sort of weird for an A-Wing, but you know, I suppose. And you press the button. You press the button here on the top, and it shoots the nerf. Isn't that cool? Well, hey, look at that. It's sort of broken. I got to put some tape on there. Man, they don't come, and they don't come with extra ones. So if you break it, you can't replace it, bro. You gotta buy a new one, I suppose. So let's try it again. Let's push it in here. Will it work? I don't know. It doesn't want to do it no more. Oh man, I don't know what happened. This is the thing about Nerf guns. They're just strange, bro. It's not doing nothing. Well, that's it. I mean, trying to push it in there. Maybe I can write to Hasbro and tell, hey, what the hell's going on, bro? This is a piece of shit. It's not firing. It's not pushing in. It's not doing anything. Oh well. Let's just keep it like that. And as you can see, the bottom of the guns are hollow, which is kind of lame. And it does have room for other ones, so I might have to look in the box. Maybe I have an extra one. This is not gonna work. It's not gonna do it anymore. But you get the idea. This is the Hera Rebels from the cartoon show A-Wing. Well, I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite A-Wing? Okay? I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other here. The best A-Wing has to be and this is not the vintage one. This is not the vintage collection, because I never had one as a kid, but this is the original mold that Kenner gave over to Hasbro, and they sold it, I think, about 3 times. The Power of the Force 2, the Power of the Force, or something like that. And I think they sold it like 3 times. So it's up to, I think it's about time that Hasbro updates the A-Wing, which I don't know why they would, because I think this is perfect. But they could add some sound effects to the original vehicle. I don't see why not, man. I mean, if you can do it to a calculator, right? If you can do it to a calculator, I don't see why you shouldn't do it to you pay for a full price, right? All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys have an A-Wing? Do you guys care? What's your favorite Star Wars ship? And for me, I'm not gonna say that the A-Wing is my favorite ship. But well, the Nerf gun is broken. That's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a great night, and may the Force be with you. Goodbye.